You're refusing to agree to this pipeline unless and until such legislation is actually signed into law. Thank you.
Bill Ross, Robert Sears, and Sam Cherry.
Chairman, members of the Board of Commissioners, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bill Ross. My address is 377 Tenney Circle in Chapel Hill. Tonight I come to you to make a brief statement in support of the Western Lake Regional Wastewater Facilities and in support of the proposed pipeline that will convey treated wastewater from the new regional facilities through Chatham County to the discharge point just downstream from Buffalo Dam on the Cape Fear River. I come to you wearing and having worn a number of different hats that make me interested in the subject of tonight's hearing. It's hard for me to believe, but almost 40 years now, I've worked and served in the fields of environmental law, natural resource conservation, and sustainability. My early focus was on air pollution control, water resources, and regional greenways. More recently, I've looked at and focused on planning and sustainability partnerships between southeastern states and the military, on environment, health connections, and on sustainable development projects such as Green Square in Raleigh and Meridian in Apex. Along the way, I had the privilege to serve for 8 years as the state's Secretary of Environment and Natural Resources. My various experiences wearing these various hats make me think that the proposed regional wastewater facilities, including the pipeline, will improve water quality, will increase water supply downstream of the Cape Fear River, and in general will provide economic and environmental benefits to this region, to the Cape Fear Basin also. In addition, these regional facilities and pipeline will respond to the mandate of the North Carolina Environmental Management Commission that the Western Lake partner municipalities end their discharge of treated wastewater to the Neuse River Basin and return treated wastewater to the same river basin they use as a source of drinking water, Cape Fear. In conclusion, it's been my experience that when people and communities work together to understand the ties that bind them and to find overlapping and compatible interests, solutions emerge. I hope that happens here. I appreciate your attention.
My name is Robert Sears. Thank you for giving me the chance to speak in Jackson City in the country community. I am actually a Chatham County resident also my bias is I live up there where we're about carrier, and they get closer all the time. The way I look at it, this is an A or B, yes or no kind of thing. You can say no. The way I understand the law, it says you have that ability to do that. And actually, that would hurt my feelings. That would stop Gary from trying to take over where I live. If you say yes, okay, that's also in there for you. But it better cost. This is the best leverage we'll ever have. They actually pay attention to us right now. Wait till a year or two later, if something happens, they'll go, China, where? So, use this wisely. This is your opportunity. And they say it's not time, but it is. Annexation. Voluntary, involuntary, however you want to call it, it's annexation. When they come across that line, it's annexation. You should be able to control that. If you say yes, I would sincerely hope that you have some kind of statement, agreement, or whatever you call it, that says you control annexation because I voted for you. I can't vote for these people. I can get rid of you. I can't get rid of these people. This is not my vote. Okay? So, that is how we have, you take care of that. So, if you say no, that's fine with me. If you say yes, there better be many
from the landowners here in downtown. Now I'm scared, because I already heard about how great you have treated your citizens by not being fair as far as land negotiations. They had to go back and sue you to get more remuneration for their property. Okay, so I own the property. Actually, I'm a resident of Lake County right now, so I guess I should be scared about that. If it's true about the timber equipment can't run across the easements, which I don't think it is, however it is, I've just been financially ruined. Okay? My property was bought to be a tree farm and have other activities. Okay? So I would like to get clarification on that. I don't know if it is, but it's been said at this meeting, so I'd like that to be looked at. You know what? I want future generations will have to live with that pipeline where I bought that property because I want to live in a rural area to get away from eminent domain. Okay? I want to get away from the stuff that's happening here tonight. But guess what? I've been up in the middle of it. So I'm going to say my piece about that. This is government. You can ask for an extension. They're here to try to compress the timeline of what's happening. You as new board members are in, I guess, thrust into a situation. You got to make a decision. I've spoken to some of you before, but I believe you should be pragmatic about it. Ask them to be pragmatic because they're the ones who are facing a lot more than what Chapman is facing right now. You ask for an extension, you appoint a commission, a board, a blue ribbon panel, whatever you want to call it. Come up with 3 or 4 options for Chatham County to show what you're going to ask for before we let them run this pipeline across our property. All right? Again, I know a little bit about that because being in Iraq, being a member of the military, I've had to sit at a camp. Guess what? We enjoy great freedoms in this country. All right? And one of them should be property rights. But another one is this. Those people in Iraq are sitting there and watching where they had to fight for the electricity. They had to fight for the water. Okay? They had to fight for trash service. We have that in abundance. So we have all the time to sit here and make proper decisions. Now, what does that entail? It entails this. In my opinion, you don't need to take more land from property owners here. The land, the easements can be run through existing easements. Everybody wants to talk about how green they want to be. Well, here's your chance to be green. Run the easements down the Department of Transportation easement. It goes down US 1 and then cut down to the discharge point. All it counts here is where the plant's built and where the discharge is. Who gives a little bigs out there? It's going to be where the pipeline's running. It's just going to cost somebody else a little bit more money. In conclusion, many of you ran on property rights. We are here to hold you to the word. Thank you.
Steve Powers, Sheila Morrison, Ken Atkins.
I'm Steve Powers, and I'm the president of the Southeast Chatham Citizens Advisory Council. We're a local nonpartisan community group who gives policy advice to various commissions on issues affecting Southeast Chatham County. Membership has asked me to appear tonight to comment on Western Lake Partnership, so it goes to pipeline. Thanks to the board, especially Mike Cross